for the LTI monthly meeting. So today, Ines and I are going to do a collab together, and we are representing the online center. So we really hope that what we are going to present is going to be very valuable for you. I have to say we've been integrating it within the online center, but we know that the tech tools that we are going to show you today will also work within the face-to-face space as well. So just to show you what our theme is for today. So to work smart, not hard. That is our theme for today. So I think the tech tools that we have chosen is definitely going to reflect this. So the tools also that we are going to be covering today is going to be for all lecturers, even if they struggle with technology. It's tools that anyone can basically use in their classroom if they want to share activities for students to do. So if you think of the tools that we are presenting, it's all about working smart, not harder. And I think all of us do need that, especially during this time of the year and prepping for all of our classes. So just to show you the three tech tools that we are going to focus on for today. The first one is Genially, that's going to be presented by Ines. Then second up, we have ClickUp, that's going to be presented by myself. And then third on our list is MS Forms, and this is going to be presented by Ines. So we're going to take you through the whole process, but at the end of the session today, we're going to have a practical component that we are going to do. So while we are presenting, you're more than welcome to play around and also look at the different tech tools that we are presenting now. So for now, I'm going to hand over to Ines, who's going to first cover the Genially tech tool. Thank you, Ines.
Thanks, Annie. So as Annie has said, and welcome everyone to today's session. So Genially is a tool that's been around for quite a while, but what I like about Genially is they really have adapted with the time. So Genially is a platform where you can create interactive resources for your lectures. And as we said, the theme of today's session is really talking about easy tools that are impactful, that any lecturer that is afraid of technology or is really amazing at technology can implement these tools to make an impact in their classroom. So as I said, with Genially, they have adapted with the times and they have been around for quite a while. So some of you may have heard of Genially. What's a really nice tool in Genially is that they already have templates already created for you. So for example, if you want to create an infographic, you can create an infographic with more of interactivity where you can embed multimedia toggles in your infographic. So I know with a lot of our POEs at the moment, we require for students to create infographics, and this is a really wonderful way to level up a static infographic. Another really awesome tool in Genially is you can also create web quests. So making that infographic now a level up is making a web quest in terms of this infographic. So this is a really, really dynamic tool. And once again, it is catered for lecturers that are really scared of using technology and lecturers that really want to level up as well. So it's got all levels of interactivity when it comes to technology. Another thing with Genially is that you can log in. There is obviously the free version and there's the premium version. So you can log in with any account. So it can be a Microsoft or Google account with this platform. So this is just an example of something that I used at the beginning of the year. I created an infographic talking about teaching and learning and what our teaching and learning is all about. And so I gave our lecturers an activity where they had to go and explore within this infographic that I created about our teaching and learning. And what was so impactful is that I really wanted to get across the message that in the online section, or in the online, not section, the online center, is that the live sessions are not as important as the before and the after support. And that really came across with this infographic. So I didn't have to explain anything here. All our lecturers had to do was really engage in the infographic. And I'm just going to pop in the link of the infographic so you can just have a view of something that you could do with your students or even with your lecturers as well, in terms of engaging in a particular point of contact. So I have also popped that into the chat. Right, so Annie, if you don't mind, thank you. So what we want to do now is we're going to have a little bit of fun and we're going to sign up to Genially in the session. So I'm just going to share my screen for a moment, Annie. So if you can just confirm if you can see my screen on Genially.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Annie. So as you can see, I've just logged in with my Google account. You are more than welcome to log in with any account that suits you. What's really nice is that you can also collaborate on Genially. So if myself and Annie wants to work on a particular resource for our students or our lecturers, we actually can create a team and collaborate on that particular infographic. As I said, is that you've got a number of templates that you can use on Genially. So you can create your own template or you can use templates that are already there. Apologies, I didn't mean to go there. So as I said, because we're working hard and not smart, I mean, we're working smart, not hard. You can go into the templates here and you can create your own templates. But since I've already created a resource, I just want to show you how dynamic this tool really is. Sorry, it's taking a while. All right, so you can actually also present on Genially, so you don't have to embed it into a PowerPoint presentation. You can actually do your presentation in Genially, and here are all the interactive tools that you can try. So you've got text, you can do interactive elements while you embed multimedias, you can do a checklist, you can create widgets onto your infographic. So as I said, it really is making your infographic a step up. What Genially has also implemented, and that's why I said it's such a lovely tool because they are really adapting with the times, is they also have an AI tool where you can create backgrounds or create images to make a more impactful resource. So I'm just going to present my resource now. So you can see I used this image, and once again, I didn't create this from scratch. It was already a template in Genially that I could use. And so what I wanted to really get across with this infographic is our teaching and learning strategy in the online center. So all the lecturers had to do is simply click on number 1, and it would have taken them to multiple resources about how they could implement before strategies in the online center. So I created a little pop-up where they could go into another website in order for them to see what kind of ideas they could do. So it was the same over here. So I've created sort of like a web quest, if I could say that, but within an infographic. And it's quite impactful because the lecturers really understood that the synchronization is not the be end all in the online space. So yeah, that is Genially. I just wanted to ask if there was any questions or anything that you wanted me to take you back on. Right, so how we use it is we normally just put it in a QR code within our PowerPoint, but once again, you don't have to do that. You can present straight from Genially, and obviously with upgrading, if you want to buy or purchase a license for your campus, you'll have a lot more that you can also do with Genially. But I just find the free version is already quite dynamic as it is. So go play around with the free version first. All right, Annie, I'm going to stop there. If there is any questions about Genially, please feel free to pop that in the chat.
Thank you so much, Ines. I saw a message from Sun Marie who also integrated that. So thank you so much for presenting this. I'm just quickly going back to the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Okay, please let me know if you are able to see the slides.
Yes, Annie, we are.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, that was our first tech tool. Now, the second tech tool that we want to present today is ClickUp. So this is actually a very engaging tool, and I think it can be used by lecturers and also by students. So it's a really nice tool. So I'm going to just go in a little bit of detail regarding this. So ClickUp is a project management software company that provides an all-in-one platform to improve your workplace efficiency and collaboration. So I know we do have access to Arc and we have our emails and we have the Teams platform and everything like that. But if you go onto the ClickUp platform, you will see that there's actually a variety of tools available there for you. And we know that within Arc, yes, we have all the embedded activities for students to do, but they do need a platform to actually create those activities. If it's on a Word document or infographic or a presentation or a video recording. And with ClickUp, it's all in one. So they can just access it there, and then they have access to all of these tools available to complete their class activities or assessments as well. It's also a nice tool for us as lecturers to use. If you perhaps focusing on research, this is also a very nice tool to save all of your information. It's a nice tool to create video recordings as well. But for the purposes of today, I'm only going to focus on how to create a lesson plan. So just to tell you some of the tools that are also available, it's tasks that the students can do. You can give them tasks, pre-set up tasks that they need to do within class time or within the online center beforehand. There's chat options for the students, whiteboards that you can use, spreadsheets, literally everything. But the reason why we've chosen to focus on lesson plans, because I feel that it plays such an important role within the education space. And sometimes we don't integrate that enough within our modules. So this platform can be used to create lesson plans for students as well. So I want to show you an example. It's very basic, and I did this in like 2 minutes basically. But if you scan the QR code, you will see an example of a lesson plan for foundation phase that focuses on counting from 1 up to 10. So I thought as a lecturer, you could perhaps give the students a theme and ask them to quickly go on ClickUp, add it into the ClickUp app I'm going to show you now, and then it will generate a lesson plan there for them. Then you can tell the students, okay, so this was the lesson plan generated. I want you now to link it to the CAPS document, and I want you to link it to your prescribed textbook and to bring in additional activities and resources. That was only the structure that was given to you. And the reason why I like the ClickUp app is a tool basically is because students can work on that lesson plan collaboratively as well. You as a lecturer can go on there and provide comments and feedback to the work students did as well. So I'm quickly going to go to the next slide just to show you where you can sign up for ClickUp as well. This this is a free version. Obviously, you can get the paid version as well. Then you will have more access to different tools within this platform. But if you want the free version, it actually allows you to have access to a variety of the tools on there as well. I even did a bit of research, and they say it's also a great tool to plan your wedding and things like that. So if you're planning a big event, you can also use ClickUp for that. But I'm quickly going to stop sharing my screen just to go to the actual website just to show you how to access it. But I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds just for everyone to scan the QR code, because I really want you to play around on there and to log into the ClickUp platform as well. Okay, I'll also share the link in the chat. Just quickly going to share the screen with you. Okay, so once you have signed into the ClickUp platform, basically, you will see that this is going to be your home page. So you will see I have a couple of projects already that I am working on. The cool thing about the ClickUp app is as well, you can link it to Teams as well. You can link it to Zoom. So if the students want to meet up regarding a collaborative ICE activity that you want them to do, this platform is actually amazing for them to set up those meetings and then to work on that specific document together. So just going to show you how I've created the lesson plan template. So I've clicked on here, and it also links automatically to AI. And I've asked here, let me think, please create a lesson plan for grade 2 children. And then you can provide more information as well. The students could perhaps focus or integrate the learning objectives that they also want to meet for grade 2 children. On a reading activity. I'm just going to type in anything now. Okay, and then it might require you to add a little bit more information on how to create this, but I also think it's a nice way to bring in an AI tool to show students, okay, this is the structure or the template that has been provided for you, but then perhaps how can we improve this? We still need that teacher aspect as well to actually make it an amazing lesson plan for students. We still need to link it to CAPS, to integrate video clips. So this can just be a structure for the students. And I've noticed that, especially with our first year students, they do struggle with creating lesson plans. And it's so important for us to equip them to be able to do that in an efficient way. Okay, and then you can just click on create. I want a doc. And then it's going to create my document. And then from there, basically, I can collaborate with anyone. I can download it. It's quite nice. You can actually download the template. I can share it with everyone to edit on it. Your lecturer can receive the link and provide comments on there as well. So yes, so this is basically the ClickUp app. If you work through it as well, you'll see there's actually a variety of other tools available. But I'm just going to stop sharing now and just come back onto the presentation. So then I'm just going to go to the slides again. And I'm now going to hand over to Ines, who's going to focus on MS Forms.
All right, so with Microsoft Forms, this is everyone's heard of Microsoft Forms. So this is really catering to lecturers that are a little bit scared of technology and doesn't really know what to do with technology and how to really embed it. And this is a really lovely tool that everyone has access to because we are part of Varsity College. So we obviously have a free online platform, which is the Microsoft Office suite. And this is readily available to us. We have other polling tools that we normally use also in class, like Mentimeter. However, what has happened with Microsoft Forms recently is that you can actually embed your Microsoft form into your PowerPoint presentation when you are discussing something, a topic in your lesson. And when you embed it into your PowerPoint presentation, when your students submit the form, it automatically populates into your PowerPoint presentation, which I thought is quite much more dynamic than just an old Microsoft form where your students can't actually see their responses and you only get the responses through an Excel spreadsheet. So Microsoft Forms has now, you are able to embed your Microsoft form into your PowerPoint, which I thought was quite a nifty tool, especially for lecturers that are a little bit scared of using technology, because this is quite easy to embed into your class, into your lectures. So Annie, if you don't mind just going into the next slide. All right, so in the ICT module, if you have lectured the ICT module, there is a section about creating material with ICT, and there is a section about slides. So I wanted to get across to my students that this is obviously, very standard slides. You would have the theory and then points about the theory. And if you could just go to the next slide, Annie. But then I said to my students, you can create such more interactive slides that simply a picture could create constructivist principles. So for example, this is, a picture of a flipped classroom. So this is quite an impactful slide that's not saying much in terms of text, but it is really getting the concept of constructivist principles into your teaching. And then if you could go to the next slide, Annie. I also said to my students, well, then you could even create constructivist principles by inserting a meme into your slide instead of just using text and titles. So this particular one is talking about when your teacher puts you into groups and obviously your students all roll their eyes. So that's something that, you could talk about when you are teaching about constructivist principles. The next slide, please, Annie. And then lastly, one where you could also use different sorts of multimedia, which is a comic strip. And this is really talking about applying constructivist principles in the classroom, but then you get tested in a traditional way. So something that you could also talk about when looking and presenting constructivist principles. And then Annie, just the next slide, if you don't mind. And then lastly, and I thought this was the most impactful slide of them all, is that you ask your students simply on a slide to now design their own constructivist principles. So if there wasn't any budgetary requirements at their school, what exactly would they do? And then what I did is then I embedded my Microsoft form into this to say, which one did you think was the most impactful slide? So Annie, if you could just click onto, oh dear, don't know why that's happened now. Annie, do you mind embedding the presentation into the MS Teams?
Okay, perfect. I'll quickly do that.
It seems to be showing on my side, Annie. Let me try share from my side.
Okay, perfect, Ines.
Just see. Okay, can you see, Annie? Is it reflecting?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. All right, so what I'd like you to do now is either scan the QR code, or let me quickly just copy this into the chat. Okay, so I'd like you now to tell me which slide out of the slides that you saw, which one do you think was most engaging? And as you can see, as the answers are coming in, my slide is updating. So this is a really, really simple way, number one, to integrate technology into your session. And number two, also getting students to engage with your slides. Okay, so it seems that the upside down picture is the winner, and then you can have a discussion along those why the upside down picture and how impactful that was that. Interesting enough, as you can see, the text with the theory was not an engaging slide at all. So that was kind of the point of that lesson, is to show students that you don't have to just use a bunch of text on a PowerPoint slide. So I want to quickly just show you how I did embed the Microsoft form into my slides. So just give me a moment. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into Microsoft Forms. I'm just going to go through the tertiary hub. I don't know why it didn't let me. So the Microsoft Forms is sitting on your tertiary hub, and as I said, it is a free tool. So you'll just log into the tertiary hub. You'll go to the waffle in the left-hand corner, and you're going to select Microsoft Forms. And now you are going to create your form that you want to do. Just make sure that you are doing it as a form, or a form, not a quiz, because then it's not going to be able to embed. So I'm just going to use the visual engagement with your students as an example, because it'll just take too long to set up. Unless anyone wants me to go through the setup. If you want me to go through the setup, just indicate in the chat before I continue. And if you don't mind just letting me know if there is
Ines, no,
anyone.
no one. I
Okay.
think they were fine with the setup.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So what you're going to do is, then once you have created your form on Microsoft Form, you're going to go into your PowerPoint. You're going to click on the Insert tab. So I'll just insert a new slide here. And you'll see in your PowerPoint, you actually have the Microsoft Forms icon. So you're going to click on that. And you'll see once you have clicked on it, you have all your Microsoft Forms that you have created. So all you simply need to do is then click on the Insert button for that particular Microsoft form that you want your students to do. And obviously, while I'm demonstrating, there's a problem. I think it's because I've inserted in this already. Let me try a blank presentation. So let's try that again. So you're going to go into the Insert tab. You're going to go to Microsoft Forms. And you're going to click on the Insert tab. Once you click on the Insert tab, you want to click on the icon that says Present for Interactive Meetings. So you don't want to collect the responses offline. And then your slide will pop up. And then you click on slideshow, and then you can present. And what will automatically happen, which I think is quite cool, is that it will put up a QR code as well as the Microsoft Forms link for your students to join and answer those questions. Now, let's say that you want to reuse this Microsoft form in terms of you have two classes. All you simply need to do is go back to the responses tab here, and then you can just clear the responses. So you'll click on delete all responses, and you can actually do it all on the PowerPoint presentation. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go back to your forms in order to do that. So then it will clear it, and then you can present your form again. And then it's gone back to no responses in that form. Okay, so it didn't work on my other presentation because I already embedded the Microsoft form in there. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing now and ask if there is any questions just based on those three tools.
Rowena was just laughing about the waffle.
I know everyone laughs at me